Hi students, I am Ranjit Raj. Welcome to my channel Math Learning Tutorial. So students, right now we are discussing about the real numbers and we have completed the two exercises. And now children, third exercise is about decimal expansion of the rational number. So first of all, what is the rational number? Okay, so children, rational number, a number which can be expressed in the form of p by q. Okay, a number which can be expressed in the form of p by q, where p comma q are integers and q is not equal to 0. Okay, where p comma q are integers and q should not become 0. Okay, so in this case, if this number is said to be rational number, a number which can be expressed in the form of p by q, where p comma q are integers and q is not equal to 0 is called rational number. And children, decimal expansion of the rational number. Okay, so children, suppose one terminating decimal is there, children. I am taking 0.25. If one terminating decimal there means its a denominator. Okay, its denominator can be written as 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m form. Okay, let x is equal to p by q is a rational number and it is terminating. It is terminating. Then its denominator can be expressed as 2 power n into 5 power m, where n and m are, means this q can be expressed as 2 to the power of n into 5 power m, and where n comma m are non-negative integers. So those should not become negative numbers, m and n. Now children, see 0.25 is there. So here in question they mentioned it is terminating decimal. Now we will check the theorem, children, whether its denominator is in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m or not. So children, how to write this number into fractional form? First we have to remove this decimal point and write the digits. I wrote. Now by instead of decimal point we have to write 1 here. I wrote 1 instead of decimal point. After the decimal point, just count the number of digits. 1, 2. After the decimal point, 2 digits are there. So here in denominator place, after 1 we have to write 2 zeros. Okay, after the decimal point, if n digits there means, okay, in terminating decimal, so that many zeros we have to take. So instead of decimal point 1, number of digits 2 zeros. So children, 25 and 100. Okay, so these are having the common factor, right? So 25 ones are 25 fours are 1 by 4 you can write. So what is the prime factorization of 4, children? 2 into 2, no? So it can be written as 2 to the power of 2 into, so I am telling you it is in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 power m. So you may ask, sir, what, sir, 5 is not there, how can we tell 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m? Yes, we can tell 2 to the power of 2 is there, into you can write 5 to the power of 0, no? Okay, 5 to the power of 0. What is the condition? In 2 to the power of n, 5 to the power of m, n and m are non-negative integers. Non-negative integers means it may be 0 or those may be positive numbers. So, 2 square into 5 power 0, it is in the form of 2 power n into 5 power m. If you take 100 directly, what is the prime factorization of 100, children? 50 2s are, or 25 4s are 100. You can write 100 as 2 square into 5 square. That is in the form of 2 power n into 5 power m, exactly. Okay, so children, if any given rational number is terminating, then its denominator prime factorization will be in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of 1. This is clear? Yeah. Now children, next theorem. Let x is equal to, okay, let x is equal to p by q is a rational number. Let x is equal to p by q is a rational number. If denominator can be expressed as, 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m, okay, 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m, then that given rational number is terminates. If you write here 2 power m into 5 power n also, okay children, whatever the letters, it doesn't matter. Means 2 power something into 5 power something there means that is compulsory terminating decimal only. 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m form. Okay, so then given thing, means given fraction, given number will be, given rational number will be definitely terminating only. So how we can tell? By seeing the denominator prime factorization. Okay, so children, in the given rational number p by q, if q can be expressed as 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m, then it is terminating decimal. No need to divide, children, no need to divide. By seeing itself we can tell it is terminating decimal. And another theorem is there, children, third theorem. Let x is equal to p by q you take, and q cannot be expressed in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 power n. If denominator cannot be expressed in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m, then that is non-terminating recurring decimal. Okay, so children, there are two types of decimal expansions are there to the rational number. One is the terminating decimal, one is the non-terminating, non-recurring decimal. Non-terminating, so terminating decimal means, children, denominator can be expressed in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of n. Okay, non-terminating, non-recurring means denominator in the given rational number p by q, denominator cannot be expressed as 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of n. So then that is non-terminating recurring form or non-terminating recurring decimal. Okay, children. Students, now let's see exercise 1.3, first problem. Write the following rational numbers in their decimal form and also state which are terminating and non-terminating repeating decimal. Okay, so children, let's see the first problem. 3 by 8 is there. Okay, 3 by 8. So this 3 by 8 can be written as 3 by, so children, 8 can be written as 2 to the power of 3. Okay, so we need a decimal form, children. So if we, like 2 power 3 is there, children. In the denominator, if it is multiple of 10, very easy to simplify that thing. Okay, multiple of 10 there means in denominator, it is very easy to write the decimal forms. In denominator it has 2 cube, children. We have one formula, a power m into b power m is a into b whole power m, no? 2 cube is here. Suppose 2 cube into 5 cube there means what will happen? 10 cube will come, and that is very easy to simplify. So I am multiplying and dividing with the 5 cube, children. Okay, into 5 cube by 5 cube means only if we divide, only if we like multiply the denominator, its value will change. So whatever we are doing, same thing must be done for numerator and denominator. So children, here numerator is 3 into 5 cube is what? 125. Okay, by 2 cube into 5 cube, children. A power m into b power m, there means we can write a into b whole power m, no? By using that formula, I am writing here it as 2 into 5 whole cube. Okay, so that is equal to 125, 3 are, children. 3 5s are 15, 3 2s are 6, 6 plus 1 7, 3 1s are 3. 375 by 2 5s are 10, 10 cube is there, children. So 10 cube means what? 10 into 10 into 10, 1000. So 370 by 1000 you can write, children. So that is equal to, in denominator 1000 is there. So it means in numerator, in front of 3 digits you have to take the decimal point. So 1, 2, 3. In front of 3 digits decimal point. So 0.375 is the decimal form of the 3 by 8. And children, it is terminating, no? Yes or no? We got remainder 0, and they after the decimal point no digit is repeating. So this is terminating decimal. So you can write here it's terminating. It's terminating, children. Okay, now let's see second problem, children. 229 by 400, children. Okay, here denominator is 400 and numerator is 229. Common factors are not there. So here in this case we have to divide the numerators with the denominator. Okay, so children, 400 can be written as 4 into 100, right? So it's better to write 229 by 4 into 100. So children, it means first you divide this expression with 4. So after that by 100 it is very easy to locate the decimal point. So first I am dividing this 229 with 4, children. See, 4 5s are 20. Again 2 minus 0 is 2. 29. Okay, so 4 6s are 24. 4 7s are 28. So 4 7s are 28, children. 9 minus 8 is 1. 1 is smaller than 4. So here you can take the decimal point. So here 0 you can write. 4 2s are 8. Again remainder is 2. You can take the 0. 4 5s are 20. Means children, when we are dividing it with the 4, what we are getting? 57.25 we are getting, children. Okay, 57.25 we are getting. We divide with 4 only, children, but by 100 is there. Okay, by 100 also there. Since 100 is here, more means this decimal point will move forward in front of 2 steps. Means in front of 2 digits, more 2 digits. So children, already decimal point is here, it will move 2 digits forward, means you will get here 0.5725. Okay, here this decimal point will come forward in front of 2 steps, that is 0.5725. Okay, so children, this is the process to solve this problem, and we got after the decimal point any digit is not repeating. Okay, after the decimal point any digit is not repeating, so it is a terminating decimal, children. Okay, it's terminating. Okay, so in this way we will solve this problem. Let's see third problem, 4 1 by 5. Okay, so here this is mixed fraction, children. We have to convert it into improper fraction. So how to convert? 5 4s are 20, 20 plus 1 is 21, by 5 is there. Now children, we need to write its decimal form. So 5 is here, children. If you multiply it with 2 by 2, what we will get? 21 2s are 42, by 5 2s are 10. And in front of one digit we have to take the decimal point in numerator, that is 4.2. So children, this is terminating decimal. It is terminating decimal. So children, here 5 into 2 is there, 5 power 1 is there, so we multiply this 2 power 1 by 2 power 1. Okay, now fourth question, 2 by 11. So children, by multiplying with any number, so can this 11 will be multiple of 10, children? No. Okay, 11 is a prime number, so here we have to divide this numerator with the denominator. So we need to divide its numerator with the denominator 11. 2 is small number than 11. 2 is small number than 11. So 11 zeros 0. 2 is the remainder. Take the decimal point. So we can write here 0. 11 ones are 11. 20 minus 11 is 9, children. So here you can write 0. 11 eights are 88. Okay. Again remainder is what? 2. You can write 0. 11. Yeah, 11 ones are again 11. Again 9. You can take here 0. 11 eights are 88. Again remainder 0. Children, what is happening here? So when we are dividing this 2 with 11, we are not getting remainder as 0, and our quotient is not terminating, it's going on. 0.1818. Again, if you take 0 here, 1 will come. Means 0.181818 so on. Means children, what is happening here? This is non-terminating repeating. Okay, this is non-terminating repeating. So 2 by 11 can be written as 0.1818 so on. It's non-terminating. Okay, non-terminating repeating. Non-terminating repeating. Repeating or recurring, both are same, children. Okay, na? So in this way we will solve this problem. So fifth problem is 8 by 125 is there, children. 8 by 125 is there. Those are co-primes. There are no common factors. We can write this 125 as 5 cube, children. So we have to get as multiple of 10 or exponent of 10. So 125 is there now, 5 cube. So with the 2 cube you have to multiply and divide, means into 2 cube by 2 cube, so that you can easily find the terminating decimal. So children, what is our observation? In denominator, suppose if 2's or 5's are both 2's and 5's there, means it is very easy to find the terminating form. Other than these 2's and 5's, any number is existing. Suppose see children here 11. Okay, so in this case we have to divide the numerators with the denominators. Okay, so children, this is the way to solve this problem. Now let's see problem number 2 in exercise 1.3. Without performing division, state whether the following rational numbers will have a terminating decimal form or non-terminating repeating decimal form. So children, they gave 10 fractions, 10 rational numbers. So we have theorem, children. So what is that? So without actual division, we can tell whether the given number is terminating or non-terminating recurring with the help of prime factorization of the denominator. So first, given fraction p by q must be co-primes, children. So common factor should not be there. Okay. And then we have to take the prime factorization of denominator q. Then if denominator is in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. Okay, if denominator is in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 power m, then that is terminating decimal. If not, non-terminating recurring decimal. Okay children, so now see first problem. 13 by 3125. So 13 is prime number. Okay. So children, these two numbers are not having any other common factors. So first we need to take the prime factorization of 3125, children. Okay. So 5, because ending with 5. 5 6s are, 5 2s are, 5 5s are, 5 1s are, 5 2s are, 5 5s are, 5 25s and 5 5s. So what is the prime factorization of 3125, children? 13 by, this is 5 to the power of 5. 1 2 3 4 5. So this is this can be written as 5 to the power of 5. 13 by 5 to the power of 5. So children, this is in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of n. Okay, means you may ask, sir, 2 is not there, no? So you can write 2 to the power of 0 into 2 to the power of 0. Means in the denominator place only 5s, only 2s, are both 2s and 5s there, means that is terminating decimal, children. So here denominator has 5 to the power of 5. So you can write denominator is of the form 2 power n into 2 power n into 5 power m, therefore it's terminating. Okay, therefore it's a terminating decimal. Okay, now children, see second problem. Okay, see second problem. 11 by 12. So what is the prime factorization of 12, children? That is 3 4s are, okay, or 2 into 2 into 3. You can write it as 2 square into 3. Here in denominator 3 also there, children. 2 square is there, along with 3 is there. Okay, so here in this case you can tell denominator is not of the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 power m. Okay, denominator is not the form of 2 power n into 5 power m, therefore it's non-terminating. Okay, therefore it's non-terminating recurring. Okay, it is non-terminating recurring decimal. Okay, so children, now see third problem. 64 by 455. 64 by 455. So children, you have to take the prime factorization of 455. Okay, so 455 prime factorization I am taking. Suppose. So what we will get? It's ending with 5. 5 9s are, 5 1s are 91, and 13 7s are 91 or 7. So children, 455 prime factorization is 13 into 7 into 5 or 5 into 7 into 13. That is not the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of n. Okay, that is not the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. So it's a non-terminating recurring decimal. Okay, let's see problem number 4. 15 by 1600 is there. Okay, so children, I will give you hints. So 15 by 1600 is there. So you common factor is there, children. What is that? 5. 5 3s are 15. 5 2s are 10. 5 zeros. Okay, now 3 by 320 is there. You have to take the prime factorization of 320. If it is having only 2s and 5s, or only 2s, or only 5s, then that is terminating. If not, no. If not, what you have to tell, it is not the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. Therefore, it is non-terminating recurring decimal. If it is in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m, then it is terminating decimal. Okay. So children, this is fourth, and fifth one you have to take the prime factorization of 343, children. Sixth one, directly they gave denominator as 2 to the power of 3 into 5 to the power of 2. Okay, sixth is somewhat different to the previous questions. 23 by 2 cube into 5 square is there. So here denominator is of the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. Therefore it's terminating. Decimal. Okay children. Now here extra 7 to the power of 5 is there. It is not the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. So it's a non-terminating recurring decimal. And children, 9 and 15 common factor is there 3. First you simplify that and then take the prime factorization of the denominator and then you can decide. 36 by 100 common factors are there. Reduce it, take the prime factorization of the denominator and then you can decide. 77 by 210. Even okay, this problem I will explain. 10th one, 77 by 210 is the children. Common factor 7. 7 ones are 7 ones are 7 threes are 21, 7 zeros. So 11 by 30. What is its prime factorization? 11 by 2 into 3 into 5. 2 into 3 into 5. Extra 3 is there children. So denominator, okay, denominator is not the form of 2 power n into 5 power m. Therefore non-terminating recurring. So what type of form is this? Non-terminating recurring. Okay, so children, in this way we will solve these sums. So here once again I repeat the theorem. What we are doing, we have to find the prime factorization of the denominator. If denominator is of the form 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m, then that is terminating decimal. If not, non-terminating recurring decimal. Let's see problem number 3. Write the following rationals in the decimal form by using theorem 1.4. So children, what theorem 1.4 says? If denominator is in the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m, then that's the terminating decimal. Okay, so right children, see, first problem is what? 13 by 25. So children, we can write this 13 by 25 as 5 square. Okay, so I should get exponent of 10 or multiple of 10 in denominator. So to that 5 2s are 10, no children. So I am multiplying and dividing with 2 square into 2 square by 2 square. So numerator is what? 13 into 4 by denominator 5 into 2 square. So 13 4s are children 52 by 5 2s are 10, 10 square, and 52 by 10 square is 100 children. So what will be our answer? By 100 there means here 2 zeros are there. So in numerator, in front of the 2 digits you have to take the decimal point. So that is 0.52. 0.52 or 0.52 both are same children. This is the terminating decimal form. Even children, second problem we can do in the same way. 15 by 16 is there. 16 can be written as 2 to the power of 4 into 5 to the power of 4 by 5 to the power of 4. You write, you will get idea how to solve. Okay, now children, now let's see third. What is this problem? 23 by 2 cube into 5 power 2 is there children. 23 by 2 to the power of 3 into 5 square is there. Yeah. So here suppose children, into 5 by 5 if I take, no, what will happen? 23 into 5 by, so 2 cube into 5 cube children. 5 square into 5 is 5 cube. Because if numerators are a to the power of n into b to the power of n is equal a into b whole power n. So that's what I want to use. Because 5 2s are 10. If I multiply the bases, easily I can find the decimal form. No? So 23 5s are children, that is 15, 11. 115 by 2 into 5 whole cube. 2 5s are 10 children. 10 cube is what? 1000. So here 115 by 1000. So in front of 3 places, 3 digits, we have to take the decimal point, that is 0.115. Okay? So children, in this way we will solve this problem. Now let's see fourth problem. 218 by 3 square into 5 square is there children. So 7218 by this 3 square can be written as 9 into 5 square you keep like as it is 5 square only. Children, 9 is 7218. 7 plus 2 9, 9 plus 1 10, 10 plus 8 18. So both are having the common factor 9, children. So you can simplify this. 9 ones are 9 eights are 72. Again 0 is there. So 9 0 0. Again 18 is there. 9 twos are 18. So 802 by 5 square is there, children. So if I multiply with the 2 square by 2 square, what happens is we are getting the denominator into the form of 5 power 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of m. Okay, so it can be written as 802 into 2 square is 4 by 5 square is 5 into 2 whole square, children. That is 10 square. So this is 4 twos are 8, 0, 8 fours are 32. 3208 by 10 square is 100. So in front of 2 digits you have to take the decimal point, that is 32.08. That is the decimal form, children. So by using the theorem, we wrote the given fraction as decimal form. Given rational number, we expressed given rational number in the form of decimal. And children, if you see the fifth question, 143 and 110, both are having 11 as the factor, children. 11 tens are and 11 13s are. So that's very simple problem. So 13 by 10 means immediately you can tell the answer. Okay. So children, so this is the way to solve this problem. Now let's see fourth problem in exercise 1.3, and this is the last problem, children. And express the following decimals in the form of p by q and write the prime factors of q. What do you observe? And in the first problem is 43.123, 0.1201201, third one 43.12 bar, fourth one 0.63 bar. So children, here first and second similar and third and fourth similar, children. So I will explain you first and third how to solve. So let's see first problem. It's very simple. 43.123, children. 43.123. Actually it is a terminating decimal. Okay now, it is terminating decimal, children. So to express it in p by q form, just remove the decimal point and write as it is 43.123 by. Now children, what is there here? Decimal point is there. No, instead of the decimal point here you write 1, and after the decimal point just count the number of digits. After point, how many digits are there? 1 2 3. So that many zeros we have to write here. 1 2 3. So children, this is the p by q form of the given number. And also they are asking us to find the factors of the denominator, right? So what is the denominator, children, here? 1000. I am taking the prime factorization. See, 2 5s are 2 zeros, 2 zeros, 2 225s, sorry, 2 250s. So 2 125s and 5 2s are 5 5s are and 5 5s are. It's a prime number. So children, this denominator 1000 can be expressed as 2 power 1 2 3. 2 power 3 into 5 1 2 3. 5 power 3. So our denominator is the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of n. So that is a terminating decimal. Now children, second problem you can try. The third problem, third and fourth similar, children. So please understand third and solve fourth one. Okay. So third problem is, children, 43.12 bar they gave. Bar means that is a repeating decimal. 43.121212 so on. Okay. So children, just assume that number as x. Let x is equal 43.121212 so on. Okay. Let x is equal to 43.121212 so on, and this is equation 1. Okay, and this is equation 1. And children, here whatever the digits are repeating are called period, and the number of digits repeating after the decimal point is called periodicity. Okay, period and periodicity. So what is the period, children? 1 2. What is the periodicity? So how many digits are repeating after the decimal point? 2 digits, right? So its periodicity is 2. So children, if periodicity is 1, both sides of this equation should be multiplied with 10. If periodicity is 2, both sides of this equation should multiply with 100. If periodicity is 3, with 1000. 4 means 10,000, like that, children. So since periodicity is 2, we need to multiply both sides of the equation with 100. So both sides of equation 1 should be multiplied with 100. Okay children, so 100 into x is equal to 100x children, so that is equal so when we are multiplying this with 100, what will happen after the decimal point? Two digits will come forward to the decimal point, come in front of the decimal point. So this becomes 4312.121212 so on. So this is equation 2. Now children, just to subtract equation 1 from equation 2. So what you will get? 100x is equal to 4312.1212 so on, and x is equal to 43.1212 so on. Now we are subtracting the equation 1 children. 100x minus x. X is nothing but 1x. Okay. So 100x minus 1x is 99x, that is equal. So now we have to subtract this thing children. So I'll see 1 2 1 2 1 2 so on, 1 2 1 2 1 2 so on. So these things will be 0 0 0 0 point. So leave it. Now here 4312 minus 43 children. So what we will get? So here it becomes 0 and 12. 12 minus 3 is 9. 9 minus 4 is 5. 2 and 4 as 6. So children, here, so what is x is equal to? 99x is equal to 4259. Okay. 99x is equal to 4259. Now x is equal to what children? 4259 by 99. Now children, this is in the form of p by q. We express this given non-terminating recurring decimal in p by q form. But children, so they are also asking us to find the prime factors of denominator. So 3 33s, 3 11s. So what are the prime factors children? 3 square into 11. So what is our observation children in these two sums? In first sum, that is terminating decimal, and we got the denominator prime factorization in the form of 2 power n into 5 power n. This is non-terminating recurring form. We not got the form of 2 to the power of n into 5 power n. That's it. Okay, so children, also you have learned these sums in class 8 first chapter rational numbers. Okay now. So students, I hope you understood well. If you have any doubts, queries, you can put in the comment section. And children, you can find the previous videos of real numbers and in description. Other chapters also available in playlist, you can see. And children, thank you for watching. Please subscribe my channel, share my channel. Bye.